Net worth and legacy. Betty Bayo, born Beatrice Wire-Mabogwa and widely known in Kenya's gospel music scene as Betty Bayo, departed on November 10th, 2025, leaving behind a powerful legacy of song, faith, and service. According to Kenyan COTKE, her death came after a lengthy battle with cancer, leukemia. Though her exact net worth at the time of passing hasn't been publicly verified by trusted financial disclosure, her popularity, music catalog, and ongoing ministry work suggest she was a well-respected and influential figure in gospel music. Early life, parents, siblings, education. Betty Bayo was born Beatrice Wire-Mabogwa in Kenya. Throughout her life, she carried a reputation for humility, faith, and a powerful voice. While detailed public records about her parents and siblings are limited, she is known to have been deeply connected to her community and rooted in Christian faith, which later shaped her music and ministry. Information about her formal education is not broadly published, but her rise in the gospel music world suggests a strong spiritual and cultural upbringing that later translated into songwriting, performance, and ministry. Personal life, marriage, kids, religion, other work. Betty Bayo was previously in a relationship with Pastor Victor Mwangi Kanyari, with whom she had 2 children. According to reports, her ex-partner publicly expressed deep sorrow after her death. In November 2025, Pastor Kanyari broke his silence, calling her departure a huge blow and affirming that she'd been diagnosed with acute mild leukemia, suffering from excessive bleeding. Betty's faith was central to her life. Many news reports emphasize her Christian devotion and her role as a gospel artist deeply committed to ministry. In addition, family and close friends spoke of her calm, kind spirit and her ministry and musical life as a reflection of her faith journey. Her influence extended beyond singing. She inspired many through her testimony, and several media outlets noted her as a voice of hope in Kenya's gospel music industry. Professional career. Betty Bayo built her reputation on the strength of her music and the depth of her message. She rose to national prominence with her hit song 11th Hour, a track that became a staple in the gospel community and among Christian listeners in Kenya. Over the years, she became known not only for her singing, but also for her powerful stage presence and her ability to minister to people's hearts through both sorrow and joy. Her music often addressed themes of faith, repentance, hope, and divine timing, qualities that resonated deeply in Kenya's church circuits. Her ministry and public persona prompted many tributes from other gospel artists, church leaders, and fans after news of her illness and subsequent passing. House tour and car collection. While public reports do not provide detailed or verified information about Betty Bayo's personal real estate or car collection, some sources indicate that she received serious medical care and had transferred between hospitals, including AAR Hospital and Kenyatta National Hospital. Given the lack of strong public data on her assets, it's unclear if she maintained a large car collection or owned a luxurious home. But her public image was more closely tied to her ministry, her music, and her service than to material displays. College/training and career formation. There is limited publicly documented information about Betty Bayo's formal college education. News reports and obituaries focus heavily on her musical journey, her personal faith, and her battle with illness, rather than on academic degrees. However, she was clearly a deeply reflective artist, likely formed by her life experiences, church background, and strong Christian values. Her career appears to have been shaped more by spiritual calling, musical talent, and ministry than by formal academic training, a testament to how lived faith and artistic expression often combine in gospel music. Cause of death. Betty Bayo passed away on Monday, November 10th, 2025, at about 1:03 p.m. while being treated at Kenyatta National Hospital, KNH, in Nairobi. Her death was confirmed by her family and close associates. According to family sources, she had been hospitalized shortly before her death. Medical reports, as shared by her doctors, indicate that she was battling acute myeloid leukemia, AML, a severe and aggressive form of blood cancer. Her medical team described how the disease had advanced significantly by the time she was in critical care. For example, her blood counts had dropped dramatically. Her body struggled to produce platelets, which led to severe internal bleeding. Despite transfusions and efforts to stabilize her, her bone marrow could no longer recover fast enough, and the immune system attacks made recovery very difficult. Last words, reported by family/public. While there is no verified transcript of her very last spoken words in public, family members and news reports have shared emotional reflections on her final day. Her ex-partner, Pastor Victor Kenyari, remembered her as a survivor and someone whose faith remained strong until the end. During a press briefing after her death, the family spokesperson said, "Betty has been unwell since last week. She was transferred to Kenyatta National Hospital, suffering from excessive bleeding. The doctors tried their best." These reflections, while not direct quotes, underscore a sense of peace, dignity, and spiritual resolve in her final moments. Legacy and impact. Betty Bayo's death has left a profound impact on Kenya's gospel music community and beyond. According to multiple tributes, she is celebrated for her powerful voice and her signature song, 11th Hour, which inspired countless Christians with its message of hope during difficult times. Her life story, marked by both triumph and struggle, touched many, and her willingness to fight illness privately showed her humility and dignity. Her passing prompted public mourning across social media, churches, and all corners of Kenya's gospel fraternity. AAR Hospital, where she was initially admitted, also issued a clarification after her death to refute claims that she was denied care. They affirmed she was stabilized and later referred to KNH for specialized treatment. Conclusion: Betty Bayo's story, concluded in November 2025, is a tale of faith, vulnerability, and perseverance. Her battle with leukemia was tragically short, but has raised awareness and deep respect for her life and ministry. Her legacy lives on in her music, her influence on gospel worship, and the faithful hearts she reached. As Kenyans and gospel fans mourn her, her life continues to remind many that even in the 11th hour, there is still hope.